Hi everyone. What would you do in life if money was not an issue? This is Margaret with 60 and I love that question. It stimulates all kinds of wonderful ideas and conversation, and I wanted to get your thoughts. What would you do in life if money was not an object? You had lots of money and you could spend it any way that you wanted. Now, I'm going to give you some ideas, that things that maybe would inspire me, and thinking about other people that I've been talking to about this. But you can choose more than one. But it'd be great if you selected maybe the top three, because I think if some people would say, well, I would do all these things if I had unlimited money and I could do all these things. I would do every single one. But the idea is to kind of maybe in your mind prioritize. Prioritize what those top maybe three or four things that you would do. Now, for me, there's no doubt in my mind that I would travel the world. I would do a world cruise. I would go to all the fascinating countries that are on my bucket list. Maybe all the 77 cities on 7 hills that I've discovered. That would be my kind of priority, because I just love to travel. That would be my thing. Maybe travel isn't so important to you, so you've got some other thoughts that you would spend your beautiful money, the gifted money to you, that you just have to spend any way that you want. So travel for me, different cultures, different cuisines, different people, that would be passion. Now, of course, I've got family. I've got family in 2 different countries, and I would want to spend lots of time with them. I wouldn't just go off and vanish off the face of the earth to all these beautiful places. But yes, if I wanted to go to Greece for the weekend, I would do that. But anyway, travel is one thing that I would love. Another thing, of course, is to pursue a passion project, something that you've always wanted to do. You've always wanted to be an artist. You've always wanted to learn how to fly a plane. By the way, we've had some amazing comments from people recently about dreams that they had when they were a child that they then went on to do as adults. And being a pilot was one of our women's dreams, and it was a great story. But anyway, without any financial constraints, you can maybe, empower other things, like have a house or not have to work or whatever, in order to pursue a passion. Start a blog, something that you've always wanted to do. Write a book. Another thing would be to learn a new skill, like flying an airplane, taking classes in painting or cooking or art, or something that you've always wanted to do. Photography. I would love to do more lessons in photography. I have a passion, as you all know, for doors, and I take, on my door tours of the world, I'm always enjoying learning new techniques and new skills, and that would be something I would love to do. Volunteering more. Maybe you know that if you had unlimited money, you didn't have to work, or you didn't have to worry about your own situation. You have a house, you've got whatever else you might choose, to go and volunteer, help. And, there's a certain amount of things that money can buy, to make you feel good, to make you feel like a house, like a home or a car or whatever, tangible things. But the gifts that you get from helping someone else, that's just, you can't buy that. You can't purchase that. So volunteering is one thing that you might want to do if you had the freedom and the time to spend it in that way. Spending time with your family. This is, of course, for me, a big priority. I would maybe buy properties for my children in the country somewhere, or wherever they wanted to be, where they could do their lives the way that they want to do them, empower them, or just simply spend more quality time with them. Maybe being able to visit more often, or with my grandkids, just be with them more often and spend time. That's, again, something that you can't buy that. That's just special, and one of the things I would put at the top of my list too. Another thing is to create landscape your house or your property. Do that garden that you've always wanted, with the fish pond and with the rocks and the beautiful flowers, and maybe have a larger space where you could create a garden, magical garden with all the wonderful flowers that you love, something like that. Remember going out for a walk in your garden in the morning. How much that would be beautiful if you had lots of money and you could do it. And by the way, I'm not going through this little exercise here to make you feel bad. I don't have a garden, I don't have a balcony. I'm not saying that that's the pathway to happiness. And anyway, and if anybody leaves that comment, I'm going to say, go back to the 4 minutes in the video, and you'll see I said just that all this is the most important things in life are not on this list at all. They're the things that you do for free, the things that you get from your people you love. So I'm saying that up front, but this is just for fun. This is just a what if. What if I had $1 million or $1 million, whatever, where money was not an issue? You could buy anything. So go on a luxury cruise. I thought about that, and I don't know. I don't know if I could be away for 3 months on a cruise. A luxury cruise, maybe with, just, I don't know, going to very special places that I would adore. But maybe a cruise is your thing. Maybe you've always wanted to go on a world tour. Okay, here's the check. You can do it. Go and restore something like a classic car or a boat, or build a house or something that you've always wanted in your life. Now, I remember, I can share my little story about my classic car. My dad taught me how to drive in a Chevy Bel Air. Yeah, 1956, I think was the car. I mean, it was a crazy car. But I always loved that car because I learned how to drive in it, and it was my dad, and, just memories. But when I got to be a little older and I was working and earning some money, I actually bought a Chevy Bel Air, and it was turquoise and white. It was beautiful. It was my amazing little car. And of course, it was it might have been a 56 or a 64. It was an older version, as this is in the 70s. And yeah, and I kept it. We had a little farmhouse, and I kept it in the garden, and we drove it into town. It was working, and I loved it. And yeah, that was something maybe you'd be wanting to do too. Buy a vacation home. Maybe you love where you're living right now, but you'd love that little dream house in a favorite vacation spot, or a favorite country, a beach house, a mountain cabin. Something that you've always wanted. What's your dream? What would you love? So maybe purchasing a dream home is one of your things. Attending a major event. Maybe it's going to the Olympics, or going to a show. Like if you have for example, I love Andrea Bocelli as a singer, an opera singer. I would, if I had like $1,000, I would buy a ticket to one of his shows, because that's how much the tickets cost. Well, you can get like maybe $500 ones, or $250 maybe, but I've never been able to justify it. But that would be really, really cool to go to a concert. Maybe you want to go to the Rolling Stones, or some band that, Taylor Swift, someone that is going to, Adele. I'm thinking of ones that I would want to go to. But if I could spend $500 to go see some of these people, that would be fun. You maybe want to fund a scholarship. Perhaps the school that you went to really made an impact on you, your college degree, or something that you learned, and you just want to make sure that your name, or your feeling about how amazing it was in your life meant to you, to start a scholarship fund so that other people could go through that program. I know that I took the religious studies program in the University of Colorado, and if there was any way I could give money to that, I think it's still in existence. Bob Lester, the founder, is passed on, but just that knowing that others could learn about comparative religion and be more tolerant of each other, I think that would be cool. Just me. Learn a new language. Spend some time studying with a private coach, or someone where you really could take the time to invest in it. Maybe starting a new charity. Perhaps you've got a cause that you super believe in, and you know that it could be so successful if you had the money to invest in it, and the money to start a charity to help others learn about it or benefit from it. That would be cool too. So starting a charity, maybe that's something that you'd like to do. What about taking music lessons, learning an instrument? Learning how to play the piano, being able to not have to do other things to earn money, so that you could focus on these things that you would love to do. Or maybe learn how to cook. That's another one. I don't know if I'd even put the money into that one, though. I'm I'm not a very good cook at all. But anyway, that's another idea. Collect arts or antiques. I think I've done my life of collecting art. When I was married, my husband and I were so into art, and we purchased a lot of art, and I just love supporting artists, and I love particularly Anne Martin McCool, who is a Northwest artist. I have several of her pieces, and Marianne Rock. There's a few people that I really loved their pieces, and when I divorced my husband, we separated, and all the art went to charity. I gave it away. I had no room to put it anywhere. I've got a couple of pieces. You often see that piece behind me with the little vases. That's an Anne Martin McCool piece. And I've got the picture of myself, of course, the portrait. But yeah, but again, if you had money and you always love to collect art, that would be so fun. What about exploring space tourism? Going up to space in a rocket? No, thank you. But still, that's something that a lot of people dream about. Maybe that's something that you'd like to spend your easy earned money. I'm not going to say hard earned, because it's just appeared. I've just given you a few $1 million, just like that. And maybe want to just host some community events. That's the last thing, is to do something in your world, in your community, that brings joy to people, helps people out, feeding people who are hungry, just bringing some level of equality to the world of suffering out there. And there's other charities, of course, that you can support, giving lots of millions of dollars to. If it wasn't a problem, if it was not an issue, you could give the money to whoever you wanted. And by the way, I hope that this hasn't made you feel like, oh my gosh, money is the only thing that I care about here. It's not at all. I just have a little list of them here that I thought was kind of fun. And when I asked this question to the YouTube community, got some really, really beautiful, fun answers. And so I wanted to share that with you. It was really just a kind of fun exercise. But we know, don't we all know, that happiness is free and that giving is free. Being kind is free. We don't have to have any money in our life to be generous and compassionate and kind people. And that's my only mission really here at 60andMe. But this was just a little fun episode to just get you thinking about maybe things you'd like to do if you did have lots of money and it wasn't an issue at all in your life. I hope that you enjoyed it, everyone. Take really good care of yourself. Have a great, great day wherever you are in the world. And know that I'm thinking about you, sending lots of love. And please subscribe to this channel if you have not done that. Share it with someone. And if you can, like or comment on this video, I would really appreciate it. Okay, everyone. Take good care. Bye-bye for now.